Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 10 of the Toronto Blue Jays, and today we are going to be playing through the off-season, arbitration, free agency, and all that entails as we look to build a team to properly challenge for the playoffs next season. And I'll also host our end-of-season awards in just a second and see who has been named the Blue Jays Player of the Season, among other things. But before any of that, I do have to take just a second to thank a new Patreon supporter, Vincent Mascarello. Thank you so much, mate. It's greatly appreciated. There is a link if anybody else is able, enjoys my content and is able to. I know it's not the best times for everybody right now. There is a link to my Patreon down in the description, all the little sort of perks and thank yous that you get as a result of being a Patreon supporter. But yeah, just thank you very much to Vincent and the rest of my Patreons. And if not, just keep watching those ads for me, guys. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get to these end of season awards. And then when we come back, we will see who has been crowned World Series champions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2020 Toronto Blue Jays End of Season Awards! Oh, thank you everybody. Wow, what an evening, what a crowd, what a season it's been for the Toronto Blue Jays. It was promised so much, didn't it, early on? I think injuries have taken a fall on us this season, but I think overall it's been a decent first attempt by us. And the players are obviously the ones to thank for that. Some promising signs there, and I think the only proper way to begin the evening is with a big round of applause for them. Well done, boys. I'm very proud of you. Okay, let's give out some hardware. The first award this evening is for most wins by a pitcher. And this man, rookie season, absolutely took the league by storm. He's going to be a star. Let's hope he's here for many, many years to come yet. With 12 wins, the winner is Nate Pearson. Alright, now it's time for one for the batters. Highest batting average. And speaking of young stars who took the league by storm, this guy, he could be anything. He signed a new long-term contract with the club. He's going to be a Blue Jay for the next decade. With a batting average of .303, the winner is Vlad Jr. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the man pitchers hate the most, the man that has been struck by the most pitchers. And this season, to be honest, a disappointing tally, I've got to be fair, but 8 times struck, he's earned the award. The winner is Randal Grichuk. And the next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the man who drags the team down, the man who has hit into the most double plays. And I've got to say, the winner this year, a quiet achiever in the category. I certainly didn't see this coming. With 28 double plays hit into, the winner is Vlad Jr. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded to the pitcher who has issued the most walks. And this year, well, I'm going to be honest, it's been a rough year for some of our young pitchers. And this man with 101 walks issued, I'm going to say not quite good enough on this occasion, but the winner is, and enjoy it when you get it, AlexReyes. You are the Golden Boot. The next award is the Golden Glasses, awarded to the batter who needs them the most, the man who has struck out the most times. And this season, I've got to be honest, I'm not at all surprised by the winner. 155 strikeouts. Well done, Travis Shaw. And the next award is the Golden K, awarded to the pitcher with the most strikeouts. And this man is going to go on and dominate this category for many, many years to come yet. He set a new club record for strikeouts per 9 innings. He was 3rd all-time in the single season record for strikeouts in a season. That record was 245, and that man is Nate Pearson. The next award is the Golden Broom, awarded to the man who sweeps clean the bases, the man with the most RBIs. And this year's winner, he came in 10th all-time in a single season for RBIs hit with 119. The winner is Vlad Jr. Now it's time to award the best ERA for a pitcher, and this guy came into our bullpen, and to be honest, again, another quiet achiever, just never let us down. With an ERA of 1.86, the winner is Joe Kelly. The next award is for most home runs hit, And with a total of 32, not bad, but I think we'd like to see a little bit more from you next year, please, mate. The winner is... it's Vlad Jr. Now it's time for my personal favourite award, the horse's ass for this season's worst player. And it breaks my heart to do this, it really, really does. But there's one man who went above and beyond to ensure that he won this award this season. He's a countryman of mine. I hate to do it. Liam Hendriks, you are the horse's ass. Mate, take your award and piss off the free agency as far as I'm concerned. You're a disgrace. An embarrassment. Unbelievable. Alright, this brings us to the best pitching award, the complete opposite of Liam Hendriks. And as ever, there is a formula we use to determine the winner of this award. That, along with a list of all tonight's winners, is down in the video description. In third place, with 25.78, it's Yamaguchi. In second place, with a score of 37.19, it's Joe Kelly. And the winner, with a score, an incredible score of 63.06, the best pitcher is Nate Pearson. Alright, and now it is time to acknowledge this season's best batter. Now, like the pitching award, there is a formula we use to determine the winner, and that is also listed down in the description. But in third place, with a score of 40.7, it's Grichuk Jr. In second place, with a score of 59.12, it's Bo Bichette. But the winner, with an absolutely insane score of 96.62, the winner is Vlad Jr. And now it is time to award the Golden All-Star for this season's best player, also known as the Golden J, of course. And this year, I mean, it was a choice between two, wasn't it? One pitcher, one batter. Who do you pick? Who's the MVP for this season? Ultimately, one player plays every day. One player plays once a week. Vladimir Jr., you are the Golden All-Star. So there we go, that brings us to the end of our evening. Congratulations to Vlad Jr., Nate Pearson, and the rest of our winners this evening. It's been a really, really good season, a promising start. We've got a really good young squad. We'll build on that over the winter, and we'll be back next season to really give these playoffs a good shake. Thank you to everybody watching in the auditorium. Thank you for you watching at home. I'll see you next season. Enjoy your evening. So there we go. Let me know what you think, Pearson or Vlad Jr. Like I say, I think playing every day, it's got to be Vlad Jr. over Pearson. But it was a split decision, to be honest. It was just simply the fact that Vlad plays every day. Well, let me know what you guys think. You can see here the World Series has been completed. The Dodgers swept the Indians. Now I knew the Indians were a good team, but imagine how good the Dodgers must be. We can see the way everything else played out there. The Brewers perhaps a little bit of a surprise, and the Pirates making it into the postseason. But it was Dodgers and Braves that got all the way to the LCS in the National League, and they looked to be the two best teams going off of sort of the divisional series there. And it was the Astros just falling short against the Indians. It looked much closer in our division, actually, in the American League. They were sort of all very, very tightly fought contests. They all went the distance, and then you get to the World Series, and the Dodgers just swept the thing. So there we go. Congratulations to the LA Dodgers. They are the 2020 World Series champions. And we have some news here. Now, we have to make a decision about Rafael Dolis. He's on $1 million. He looks decent enough. He was injured for most of this year, of course, if you remember back. I'm going to say for £1 million, he's a good bullpen option. So let's execute that option. The other one is Chase Anderson. Now, he did come to me, if we have a look down here. He wants to be in the starting rotation. Now, we're not blessed with starters, and he is more than capable of doing it. He's done it for most of his career, but his ERA was 5.36 last year. He's on $8 million. He's unhappy. I'm going to say we could maybe do a little bit better. Or do we look to trade him? Because he would still have a use. You know, we would still use him. I don't know if he's ready, if he's a starter or not. It's the movement, isn't it? He gives up a lot of home runs. Home runs per 9 innings. He gave up 2.4 last season. So that's a little bit much, isn't it? His WAR was negative. You guys probably know what to do here. I'm torn because he is potentially useful. Would we use him in the starting rotation? I kind of have a rough rotation there. Now, of course, Rue's got to come back into that. Is Anderson better than K? Potentially, but potentially not. We do, of course, have Patterson, who was in the starting rotation this season just gone, who's a decently potential player. I'm going to say we don't need him. I'm going to say we let him go. Let's void this last year of the contract. It saves us $9.5 million. And there we go. All right, so we have our goals season reviews here. I expected better from the team. You may be happy with the 76-86 record, but he's not. So there we go. Long term, he gave us the making the playoffs for a few seasons. That deadline's not up yet, so we're still okay. Next season, we want to improve the team batting average. Maybe fair, maybe not. Acquire a Gold Glove winner, and I think we already have that in Billy Hamilton. If he plays every game next year, he's got to be close. Increase the attendance. That's quite the increase. That's a 5,000 per game increase, and keep building up the team in order to reach the playoffs in the next 5 seasons. So a lot of that seems reasonable, but yeah, we'll see how we go. And we have our budget. We have a team payroll of around about 130 million for next season. So that's going to give us. I'll replace the staff that have left. That's all fine. Arbitration period has begun. So we'll look to do that in just a second here. League looking to expand. Today, Major League Baseball announced their intention to expand 2 teams for the 2021 season. So that's next season. The final decision on cities is expected to be shortly, with an expansion draft to follow. This is a big day in MLB history. So there we go. That's potentially annoying. So we'll probably lose players to an expansion draft, won't we? So that is a bit of a pain in the backside. If we have a quick look at our budgets here at the front office, we have 23 million for extensions, 33 million for free agents. So we've got a little bit of cash to spend there. Let's go and have a look and see what arbitration is going to do for us. Choose expansion teams. Do we get to do that? Oh, okay. We'll just let the game do that automatically. Would you like to cancel the league's planned expansion? Oh. I didn't really want to get into this, if I'm honest. Do I have that power? Apparently I do. So I don't want expansion teams. That's a pain in the backside for everybody involved. All right. AlexReyes. We do want to keep AlexReyes. That's fine. So let's keep that as is. William Font. I actually want to let him go, I think. He's 30 years old. He doesn't have any movement. His ERA was over 5 last season. He's 30. I mean, he's okay. I don't like a lack of movement. I don't like pitchers that give up home runs on a regular basis, and I think we can do without him, to be honest. Let's just withdraw that. Let's let him go to free agency. Rondon, I do like him, so we'll keep that. Travis Shaw. Yeah, I mean, he strikes out a lot. The one thing he does have is he is a good defensive player, so he's probably worth keeping, even if just to sort of bat 9 and stand on first base. Drury, 2.4 million. He's a useful utility player. The question, I guess, is, are we going to use him? And history showed this year possibly not. But you know what he is? He is tradable, isn't he? So let's maybe keep that. Tesco Hernandez. He's a good defensive player. He can bat a little bit. Let's keep him for the low wage. That's fine. And Adam Engel. I mean, he was good at times. All right, let's maybe keep him. He's probably tradable. So Anderson and Salazar are ready to leave. I think I'm okay with both of them leaving. Hendricks, I mean, I'll keep him, but he doesn't want to stay. And we've got the minor league players here. We've gone through. We'll offer anybody that we want to stay and a contract to stay. So that's arbitration. We'll be back to see how that went out and free agency very, very soon. Alright, it's time for the Major League Baseball Awards, and first up it is Golden Gloves. You can see all the American League winners there. We didn't get anybody with a Golden Glove, which is disappointing. National League Awards, there they are there if you're interested. No names there names I recognize, but no one from sort of previous series that we've had. Next up it is Reliever of the Year. It's not Liam Hendriks, I can tell you that. So the top reliever was Lou Trevino. Quick look at him there. He's okay. I mean, he's obviously had a good year. I wouldn't push the boat out to sign him, to be honest, but he won it for the American League. And the National League, it is Kimbrel of the Chicago Cubs. Quick look at Kimbrel. He's quality, isn't he? Anyway, not a free agent for a little while on $16 million a year, so no thank you. Next up, it is the Platinum Stick. So surely, Vlad Jr. No, Vlad Jr. snubbed for Alex Bregman, whose average was 288. It was worse. He had He had more home runs. He had less RBIs. WAR was slightly better, but come on, surely that was Vlad's award. Anyway, Shed Long. Didn't realize he was that good. He gets the gong there. Of course, we had him at the Seattle Mariners when we were there. There's everybody else for the winners there. We have a quick look over at the American League side. No, sorry, the National League side of things. DeGrom is the pitching winner, obviously, of the Mets. Nobody else there that I recognize from previous series. Next up, it is the Rookie of the Year. Nate Pearson's got to be a big, big chance. So, Rookie of the Year is Luis Robert of the Chicago Cubs. I'm assuming the White Sox, sorry. Pearson has come in third in the voting, which is slightly outrageous. Luis Roberts, I mean, I know who I'd rather have in my team. Only batted 289. I tell you what, I'm going to say that Pearson was better as a pitcher than this guy was as a fielder. 5.2 WAR. I'm obviously biased though, aren't I? But let me know what you think. Surely Pearson. And on the National League side of things, it was Mitch Keller of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And again, well, he looks like he's had a good year, doesn't he? Excellent stuff there. All right, next up, it is Manager of the Year. So Cleveland's Terry Francona picks up the gong in the American League, and the National League winner was Dave Roberts of the LA Dodgers. Cy Young's up next. Pearson's an outside shot, but probably not. So it's Verlander that wins the Cy Young Award for the American League. Pearson came in third. Bravo for him. What a first season that is. Verlander, of course, still up there with the best, isn't he? The movement is not ideal, but he still gets the job done. And on the National League side of things, it is Josh Lindblom of, I probably pronounced it wrong, haven't I, of the Milwaukee Brewers. And, I mean, he's had a good year. I mean, there's no doubting about that, but I mean, the attributes don't look fantastic, do they? All right, the final award, MVP, Vlad Jr. an outside chance, but I doubt it. So the MVP is Mike Trout. That's probably fair enough. He's had a very, very good, all those red numbers. What a player he is. Imagine we could get him and Vlad in the same team. Anyway, Vlad Jr. did get some votes. You can see he came in there, and also Nate Pearson got a couple. But he actually came in ahead of Verlander, surprisingly enough, in MVP. Why not Cy Young? People who vote on these things. And it is Corey Seager of the Dodgers that wins the gong in the National League. So well done to him. So that's all the baseball awards done. Next up, we have arbitration and then free agency, and then we can get to business. Okay, the arbitration hearings have taken place, so let's see how we've done here. Bruce Rondon, he gets a one-year deal at the what we offered him, the $850,000. He'd wanted 1.4. Don't think so, Bruce. Travis Shaw gets the 4.4 that we offered, not the 5.5 that he wanted, so that's good to see. Drury got the 2.4 that we wanted to give him, not the $3 million that he wanted. AlexReyes, he got the 8.5. So this is going very well for us. $850,000 we got for him. Tesco Hernandez got what we wanted to give him as well, which is good. And Adam Engel got what we wanted to give him. So I've got to say, the bribes to the baseball commissioner's office seem to have worked because we've got everything we wanted in the arbitrations. Now it's time for free agency. Alright, free agency has taken place, and instantly on the international free agents, I see someone of interest to me, Casper Fisher, a starting pitcher, not the worst, but I'm going to throw it out there. As an Australian, we will be signing him, so just learn the name. He'll probably be in our starting rotation, and hopefully he'll do a lot better than Liam Hendriks did. And John Fleming, a Canadian. Now, I feel like we probably have a duty to try and sign him. Another starting pitcher, again, looks quite decent. So I think there's probably two guys there that we should go to sign. There wasn't too much else coming out. We'll have a look in a second here at the sort of the overall free agency market, but I don't think there's anything else there particularly. If we have a look at the main headlines of sort of the major league players, Charlie Morton as a starting pitcher. Do we want to go big? Oh, I tell you what, he looks quite good, doesn't he? He didn't do very well last season, but I don't really understand why that would be. He looks quite good to me. So that's potentially someone there. It's injury proneness wrecked, so maybe not. Howie Kendall, second baseman. I think we're okay for infielders, aren't we? It's starting pitching. Corey Kluber could be somebody. Injury proneness is just normal. I mean, his ERA was quite high, the last two seasons, but is he? I think he's better than that, isn't he? Surely. We've got here Jose Quintana, a starting pitcher. I mean, he's average, above average probably, but yeah, I don't know if he's the man. Turner, JD. Now, this guy was he was quite good, wasn't he, last season? He's again a useful player, but is it what we need? I don't think it is. Mookie Betts. I mean, you always need some Mookie in your life, don't you? What's he want? 46 million. Well, I'm going to say we probably can't get Mookie Betts. That's a shame. He would really add to our lineup, wouldn't he? But there we go. We'll have a quick look. I'll come back when there's something to report here. I think we want to get a starting pitcher. Is a definite. I mean, we bring Rue back into this rotation. That's 5. But ideally, I think we'd like somebody to replace. We don't want Yamaguchi up there in second. And the starting rotation. So I think we want at least 1 or 2 starters. And if I'm looking at the lineup, we probably, if there's somewhere to strengthen, it's the outfield, isn't there? But we'll kind of see what we can do here, see if we can weave some magic. Okay, we have completed a trade with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I think we've done a good job here. Certainly in the short term, we've given up young catcher Gabriel Marino, decent enough. But let's remember we do have, of course, Denny Jansen and Maguire, who are 2 youngish catchers already. So we've given up him, and we've also given up third baseman Miguel Geraldo. Again, he may have made it, he may not have. He's nothing outstanding, and let's face it, third base, Vlad Jr.'s there for the next 10 years. So we gave up both of those, and in return, we got in starting pitcher John Duplantier, and I tell you what, this guy's going to come straight into our starting rotation, and he's going to do a good job for us. He's only 26, so he's still young. OSA and Head Scout ratings have him roughly the same. The only concern really is control, and even that is not too much of a concern. He pitched in the majors last year, sort of came in, pitched with 7 starts. Not too bad, but, obviously he will improve from there, you would hope. So we didn't just get him, though. We also got Emilio Vargas. Very much, this is just kind of an add-on just to see, if we could get away with it, and we did. So just sort of pitching depth. I'm basically looking at this guy, maybe someone we can add into a trade if we want to, try and juicy it up for a team moving forward. But yeah, there we go. Always has snacks in his locker. Man after my own heart. First business done of the off-season. Well, mate, it's an absolute honour to have you at the Blue Jays. So welcome. And hopefully you're a lot better than the last Australian we signed. And we'll see you up in the majors soon, eh? All right, mate. Take care. So Casper Fisher has joined us. We do have an Australian at the baseball club, which is a good thing for everybody. He's turns out not as good as we initially thought. There's still a decent pitcher there. We've got him on a minor league deal, and it goes. There it is here. Becomes a 1-year major league deal worth $850 if he's added to the active roster. I think it's in the player is granted free agency if not promoted before the 30-day regular season. Does that mean he'll leave? I'm not quite sure what that means. Anyway, if you don't know what that... So that means if he's not on the active roster before the 30th day of the season, he's released, and if he... otherwise, he gets that contract. Is that what that means? So maybe he won't be here for a long time after all. We've also done a trade. Nothing to get too excited about. We've given up Davis Schneider here, a third baseman, right fielder that is really nothing, to be honest. And in return, we've got Anderson Espinoza. Now, you may remember him if you followed me all the way back in the New York Mets series. He was part of our team for a while there in our starting rotation. So I don't know if he's going to be a starting pitcher or not, but I think definitely a worthwhile trade to do, given that we've given up someone who's not going to play in the major leagues for someone who, in all likelihood will. Okay, it's Rule 5 draft time. Now, this is the pool for the Rule 5 draft. There's no one there that I think is going to make us better in the short term. The only person I consider a starting pitcher, he's decent enough, but is he going to make us that much better? I don't think he is, so maybe we go for him anyway and leave him up in the Major League team. I don't know what to do. No, I don't think we're going to go for him, but he's the only one that's tempting. I miss you too, mate. Yeah, look, I'm sorry as well. I think we just got off on the wrong foot, didn't we? Yeah. Should we? I don't know, mate. Do you want to give this another shot? Really? Oh, mate, this is wonderful, wonderful news. Oh, no, you'll be on far less money, far less money. Oh, this is really good, isn't it? Liam Hendriks is a Blue Jay once again. We have 2 Australians in our pitching staff. That could not go well for anybody. But we're going to put last season behind us. He's a 2-time All-Star. We're going to forget that he had an ERA of almost 8.5, that he had a whip of almost 2, and a WAR of negative 1.1 from just 17 games as well. That's quite impressive. Anyway, we're going to put all that behind us. He is here for 3 years on much less money, $3.6 million, which I think is actually, considering if he can play up to how he should be pitching, that's an absolute steal. So, yeah, really, really happy to have him back. Hopefully, as I said we'll get things off on the right foot this time, and we've got ourselves a quality closer. Alright, we have another new signing. John Fleming, the Canadian youngster, the starting pitcher, has joined us. Now, it's similar to the Casper Fleming, the Australian guy that we signed. Similar sort of deal. 1-year deal. Now, I think we might just put him on the active roster just to be safe. 1.7 million is what he's going to be earning if that is the case. But he looks, to be honest, he's signed and he looks just as good, if not better, than what we expected. So, good change-up as well, which is important, I think, for a starting pitcher. He just might be the answers. So I wonder if like sort of 4 or 5 in the starting rotation. So yeah, I'm wondering, let's just put him up there now. I think he's probably good enough in any case. So let's get him up into the first team plate team. We'll pay him his money. And there we go. That is John Fleming, signed a Canadian starter in the Canadian bullpen. That's what you like to see, isn't it? I'm not sure there'll be too much else. A lot of the free agents have been snapped up now, but we'll keep looking. Okay, Hall of Fame voting has taken place. 2 inductees, Curt Schilling and Barry Bonds. You can see there. And if we go down to the people that have been dropped, we can see Bobby Abreu, Ryan Dempster. You know what? I'll just make it bigger so you can read it for yourself. There's quite a few names there. They're the guys that have missed out. And yeah, we can see everybody else there. Now, we have had an injury. Annoyingly, Derek Fisher has injured himself moving house, so he's out for 2 months. He's going to miss, essentially, spring training. He should be back for the start of the season. I was planning on him being in the sort of first choice team for this season, and that's a little bit of a blow, but we'll deal with it. Alright, we have reached the beginning of spring training, which brings us to the end of the episode. We can kind of see the team as I see it right now. The starting rotation, I think, looks okay. The main concern I have is Ruse coming back from injury. He's not coming back strong. He's certainly not the pitcher he was. My concern is he going to improve? Is he going to pick up a little bit once he is back pitching again? Are we going to get something closer to this or something closer to that? Because that is not a major league starting pitcher anymore, is it? So time will tell when he does come back. Let's hope he comes back strong because, yeah, I mean, that is the potential shortcoming we may have in the starting rotation there. Fisher, as I said, is out for a little while. He should be back ready for the start of the season. And Doyley here, we shouldn't have extended his. We shouldn't have taken up the option, as it turns out. Again, serious injury. He's not really coming back from that. But we'll wait and see till he actually comes back and how he goes. I'll have a quick look at the team for the 2021 Blue Jays as it stands right now. The stars stay the same. The prospects, we can see them there. Simeon Woods Richardson, I mean, he's not particularly developing as we would like right now, but we'll see. I might even give him a call up for spring training, actually, and see how he does. Yeah, we can see there, got a young third baseman that's looking decent. He's not quite ready just yet with the bat anyway. And we have a young shortstop here as well, who is, again, not quite ready with the bat, but potentially looking quite good there as well. We can see here we've got the 6th best catcher in Denny Jansen. I don't know why he's just up there for spring training, so that's not necessarily true. Biggio, at second base. He may actually end up going over to play first base, which is where we were using him at times last year, and he does a decent job over there as well. We know that Guerrero is 6th at third base. Bichette is 10th at shortstop. Gurriel Jr., not the best left fielder, but he's better than that. We could use him at second base no, he's better in left field, so never mind. We'll try and squeeze everybody in. Billy Hamilton is 17th in center field. Grichuk is 19th in right field. The outfield, I think, is where we potentially, well, not potentially, it is the next place to strengthen. Pearson's better than 22nd, I'll tell you that for free. Kelly's a good bullpen pitcher, he's better than 29th, and Hendricks is 6th best closer as well. You can see overall club records there, no one in the current team. The one thing that did frustrate me a little bit about this, we'll have a look at the team chemistry first. You can see there, the manager's got a decent relationship with players. We can see we've got captains in Maguire and Biggio. We've got leaders. Anderson Espinosa will probably not stay in the major league team, and neither will the shortstop. We've got some spark plugs in Peterson and Rowley Tellez if he stays up. Pranksters as well, which is good. Alejandro Kirk, we're just giving him a go for spring training. Another catcher, we probably don't need 3 good ones, so we might be able to trade away one of them if things are going okay. But yeah, what frustrated me a little bit about spring training, the way that it worked out, where we didn't really, the starting pitchers weren't value for money, but they never are in free agency. So we have 21 million left. If we look what Mookie Betts went for, he went for 20.8 million. We could have had a serious go at Mookie Betts, and that would obviously, that would have made us almost unbeatable as a batting unit, wouldn't it? So I'm a little bit frustrated at that, but I wasn't to know. Starting pitching was where we needed to strengthen, and we ended up doing that through a trade to get Dupier in. And I think we have strength. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Starting rotation, we know all about Pearson. He's going to be a star. We saw Rue, we saw Duplentier, or whatever his name is. AlexReyes, we need him to be better than he was last season, but potentially he could do that. And then right now we have the 5th starter is Yamaguchi, who was decent enough for us last year. He did do some time in the bullpen, so I think it's going to be between him and maybe the youngster Fleming as to who does better in spring training, who gets that last spot on the starting rotation. And we have Patterson as well, who's decent. He's in the conversation to be in that starting rotation. And Kay, who did a decent job for us at times last year as well. So that's your Blue Jays for 2021. I'll play through spring training. We'll see if we can do some trades to strengthen a little bit more. But yeah, until next time, guys, I've been Aussieville. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time for opening day. Take care.